like to address the topic of the issue that some people have with Christians preaching. Some people argue and say, "Oh well, you have no right to preach because you haven't gone to Bible school." Well, let's search the scriptures and see what Jesus says. Um, First of all, I'd like to look at the life of Jesus and how he also faced that same issue. In the book of John, chapter 7, verse 15 and 16, I'll read. John 7:15. The Jews were amazed and asked, "How did this man get such learning without having studied?" Verse 16. Jesus answered, "My teaching is not my own. It comes from him who sent me." Period. Very simple. So Jesus faced this same issue when um, when the Jews confronted him and they asked how come he was preaching with so much authority, so much knowledge, and he hasn't studied. So in today's time, that would be equivalent to without having any formal training like Bible school. So we see that Jesus said if that no servant is greater than than the master. You know, if they did this to Jesus, they will definitely do it to us children of God. And this is what Jesus said, "My teaching is not mine, it comes from the one who sent me." So also our teaching, our preaching, our words, it's not ours, but it comes from above. It comes from God. Also, I would like to take you to the book of John, chapter 15, verse 26. John chapter 14, verse 26. But the Counselor, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you all things and will remind you of everything I have said to you. Now, this is Jesus talking to the disciples. You have to remember, before there was Bible school, right? Before there was Bible school, there were the disciples, and it was the disciples that established the first church. They first learned from Jesus, and when Jesus went to heaven, the Holy Spirit came and taught the disciples, and the Holy Spirit dwells in every single child of God, and it's the Holy Spirit that teaches us what to say, how to say, what to do it. The Holy Spirit convicts us. It's the Holy Spirit directs our steps, pretty much. The Holy Spirit puts the words of God in our mouth, and there are very many places in the Bible where Jesus talks about the Holy Spirit and not worrying about what to say, because when the time comes, God will speak through you, and the Holy Spirit will speak what the Father tells him, right? So those are just two verses that I wanted to bring to your attention. So if you're a child of God and you're faced with this question, these are at least two verses, two Bible passages that you can, refer to and direct the ignorant people. Let them know that, it is the Holy Spirit that speaks through us. We move by the power of the Holy Spirit. We don't speak out of our own knowledge or wisdom. I'm not saying that it's bad to go to Bible school. That's great, but it's not the Bible school that does the teaching. Who taught those that are teaching the Bible school? Like if you go trace it all the way back to the roots, who established the first church? It was Jesus and the disciples. And Jesus started the work, Jesus left, and the Holy Spirit came down. That same Holy Spirit is still present with us today, and the Holy Spirit is still teaching all the children of God what to say, how to say, very many different gifts, very many different assignments, the same Spirit, the same goal, the same results. So, not to worry, do your thing, talk to Jesus, keep walking under the power of the Holy Spirit, and don't let the haters shut you up, because that's their ultimate goal, to try and challenge the authority of Jesus that's working in you. Thank you, and God bless.